Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I'm Orthopedics with Many Hearts Counseling, and today's video is going to be on how to survive a breakup. And this is very much so inspired by quite a long session that I had last week with a beautiful soul that I work with, and I really wanted to share these things about how to survive a breakup because a lot of us go through breakups. It's a natural process that happens in our lives because it's very rare that we are with one person for our entire life. And having been through my own breakups, I do understand one way of perceiving them. And now I know that there is a different way to perceive them that is so much more better for you and the way that you feel overall about it. And we're going to dive deep into that. So, first of all, when a breakup happens, it is meant to happen. The way that this universe works, now that we understand quantum physics, quantum mechanics, everything is energetically based, we understand about soulmates. Sometimes we have more than one in our lifetime, and it's through relationships and the challenges of it that we even are able to uncover what our wounds and our traumas are that we're supposed to heal from within us. So everything is always happening for us. So that's the tip number one. When you are broken up with and you start to have that question, why is this happening to me? Reframe it to, why is this happening for me? And then most likely you're going to see all the reasons why it is happening for you. So I can refer to a breakup that I had experienced when I asked that question to myself, why is this happening for me, as opposed to feeling victim. Because I remember once upon a time when I was 23 and I was broken up with, I've talked about this in another video of mine. I cried for almost 2 years straight. Why is this happening to me? Why can't he love me? What's wrong with me? And I was in such a, oh my God, that is such a just terrible state to be in. I remember even being in Mexico in this beautiful beach and crying about it because this one single soul did not want to be with me. How ridiculous is that when I think about it? Because I was not being able to be in my present moment. I was not able to be in Mexico with my best friend, enjoying the sunshine and the water and being away from cold, rainy Vancouver. I was not able to be in that moment. And I guess I should reframe that. I shouldn't say how ridiculous is it. I should give myself compassion, as I always do now. I give myself compassion for everything that I've experienced in life because that's the best that I could do in that moment. I didn't know that I could look at a breakup in a different way. So once I realized that going with the flow of life means accepting what is taking place in your life as that is what is supposed to be happening in this moment, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So now that I know that, and I get broken up with now it's more of like, okay, why is this happening for me? Well, they were not communicating with me in the way that I wanted them to communicate. Because say that you are a direct communicator and they are an indirect communicator, then there's a lack of feeling each other's needs right there. So maybe that's the reason why the breakup happened. Or maybe they are not able to be emotionally mature enough to be able to hold you and your emotions. Perhaps maybe you are very in tune with your emotions and have the intelligence to talk about them, and this person cannot meet you there. Or maybe this person is not healed. Maybe they are suffering from an avoidant attachment style, say, and then usually when someone is avoidantly attached to their primary caregivers, then later on in life, they will be all in a relationship at the beginning. And then once the fear comes in about what they experience in childhood, then they start to withdraw, and then all of a sudden you're getting breadcrumbs. And perhaps this is the reason why the breakup happened, is so for them to go on and heal themselves, and for you to not be receiving breadcrumbs anymore, because you deserve to be with someone who is secure. You deserve to be with someone who will make you feel safe and seen and secure and soothed. So maybe that's why the breakup happened for you. So I would love to hear why. If you're someone watching this video that has been recently broken up with, and you ask yourself the question, why did this happen for me? I would love to hear what it is that comes up for you. Maybe the person was maybe even physically or emotionally abusive. There's so many different reasons. Or maybe they betrayed you, but you don't feel strong enough or worthy enough that you're going to be able to find somebody else that will not cross that boundary. So what is the reason? There's always a reason. If we know, we know what we know now about life, and if we follow the rule, the path of least resistance, the path of least resistance in a breakup is to allow it to happen. Because if we're resisting that it's happening, then we're not allowing healing for ourselves. We're not allowing this person to grow as well. And we're not allowing something different to come in to our lives. Because when we are with somebody and our energies are occupying each other's energetic fields, there's no room for somebody else to come in. So the universe needs to know that you're ready to let go of what doesn't serve you in order for something else to come in. And you never know what that is, because when you separate from someone and then you ask the question, okay, why is this happening for me? And you do your work, and perhaps, say in my case, in my breakup, the one that I was like not crying about it as victim, I would literally ask the question, why this happened for me? Okay, because this person was not able to connect with me in the ways that I was yearning. This person was not spiritual enough to carry conversations and concepts with me. This person was not able to view the world how I was viewing it. I'm very much the glass is half full. The other person was the glass is half empty. The connection just wasn't there. There was a million reasons why this happened for me, but my attachment style that I had as a young child, which is anxious attachment, is what kicks in and sometimes puts me into victim mentality and doesn't allow me to stay with the question, why is this happening for me? And then my anxious attachment style comes in, and it's more like, why did they leave me? Why doesn't anyone love me? Why can I not be good enough for anyone? But I'm quick to reframe those thoughts now. I'm like, no, you don't belong here. I get to choose what I think about myself. My childhood and the way that my mom was, or her inability to be able to be emotionally there for me because of her own stuff and what she was going through, does not mean that this is why this person was not able to be with me, because they have their own stuff. They have their own things. Everyone carries their own traumas and childhood ways of being raised that, we have to deal with in the future as adults. So no one is excluded. And once we understand this, then it's easier to get through the breakup, because we understand why it happened and we go with the path of least resistance. So now that you are asking these questions, why it's happening for me, and then you're understanding the reasons why, you can also help yourself. Like, say, for example, in my case, I'm asking the question, why is this happening for me? Person's crossing boundaries. They're using foul language with me, calling me names that that are emotionally abusive. This type of things reflects, like, why is someone treating me this way in the first place? Where in my energetic field am I allowing someone to treat me this way? So then I understand that because my mom used to call me names when I was little, I still feel that this is how love is, and I'm attracting what I had learned and had become part of my part of my being from when I was little. So once I understood that, then I was able to heal it. I deserve more. I deserve to be talked to with respect. I deserve to be talked to in words that I use to talk to other people with. It doesn't end there with that's all and be all, because I know that I can have more, and it was only taking place this way because of what I experienced in my childhood, and that was what was familiar to me, and that is what I was seeking, and that's called recapitulation in the counseling world. So this is a true fact. So this is kind of how it goes. The question, why is happening for me, and allowing the path of least resistance. And then once you do your work and you heal, maybe it's your self-worth, maybe it is your wounded inner child, maybe it is your self-confidence, maybe you don't feel lovable, whatever it is that you need to heal. Once you do that work, then that same person can rise to meet you, because they might simultaneously be doing their own work as well, or somebody else will come in that will reflect your work back to you. So don't ever think, who else is going to love me? Somebody is going to love you. There are 7 billion people on this planet. There's somebody else that's going to love you. As long as you keep having this question, who else is going to love me? Who else am I going to find? I want that person. Then you're going to be stuck in that. Why not just be excited and reframe your thoughts and be like, wow, I can't wait who else the universe is going to bring for me. I can't wait to see who's going to reflect back the way that I feel about myself. I can't wait to experience what I've added on my vision board that I want to experience in my future relationship. I can't wait to go on a date again. And this is such a better way of thinking about it and getting excited about being single and in your energy, as opposed to feeling as victim. Why did this happen to me? Because it happened for you, for your growth, to be with someone different. And there's another thing, two actually things that I wrote down. You're never rejected. Because a lot of people feel that they were rejected, especially if they were the ones that they were broken up with. You're never rejected, you're repelled. You repelled this relationship because if you were not strong enough to walk away, you better believe that the universe will make sure, and sometimes it's in deranged ways, like infidelity or something along those lines, to make you exit that relationship. So that's why that's happening for you. Because usually there might be things that we're ignoring, little red flags. And another thing, oh yes, don't take it personally if they have already moved on with somebody else, and you make that mean for you, I didn't mean anything to them. How could they move on so quickly? How can they be so happy without me? How could they do this? Their inability to feel their emotions and feelings, it's not anything to do with you. Their inability to feel the emotions of the breakup just is fact that they're not able to feel their emotions. And then if you think about them, say this person is, using alcohol or marijuana to numb themselves on a daily basis, then there's no way they're going to feel feelings. Because they're not even allowing themselves to feel anything. So it has nothing to do with you. And yes, that might hurt and trigger like maybe abandonment wounds or inner child wounds, but their inability to feel feelings and be able to move on to somebody else because they're not able to feel the pain of the breakup, it has nothing to do with you. It does not mean that you were not good enough, or that you are that easy to forget, or none of that stuff. It is not anything to do with you. It has everything to do with them and their inability, and better be somebody else than you to be receiving the same thing. Because unless they heal themselves, they can only just receive the same thing from a relationship anyway. So allow somebody else to have that experience, not you. And last thing that I wrote down, Allow yourself to feel the feelings of a breakup, because it will be like a loss. So you're going to go through grief, you're going to go through anger. Allow that energy to pass through, because energy can be transmuted. So if you feel angry and those thoughts come in, how could this happen to me? Boom, change it. Okay, why did this happen to me? Oh yes, because this and this and this. I actually want someone who is more communicative. I want someone who has more drive, more ambition, is more present, da 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 da. List out all the reasons. If you have this thought, I can't believe I was dropped. No, you were not dropped. The universe had no other choice but to bring you to this. It actually lifted you from something that was not working for you. If another thought comes in, rejection, feelings of rejection, remember, no, I repelled this relationship because this is what I need to heal. This is what they were reflecting back to me, and I need to make space for something different. This is how you survive a breakup successfully. You thrive through a breakup. You embrace it. You allow it to take its course. You go with a path of least resistance. And if the universe wanted you to be with this person, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. So remember that. Why are you fighting what was meant to happen for you? Embrace it. Go through all the emotions, and remember that you can always transmute energy. You don't have to stay with sadness and anger and fear of not finding somebody else, because that's not true. Anger that this person, how could they do this to me? Be thankful that they did this for you, because you were not able to be strong enough to leave on your own. Or you were not able, I shouldn't say label strong, I'm just talking about my personal experience. Maybe you didn't have the awareness or the courage, or your childhood wounds were keeping you there for whatever reason that it is. And then if you have thoughts like, how can they do better? They'll never be able to do better than me. Don't stay there either. Wish everyone the best for their lives and just focus on what is best for you. You can do better. Don't worry about them. You can do better for you. You can do better for you and what you want to experience out of a relationship. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please do reach out to me. If you found this video helpful, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and please, I would love to be part of your journey. If you have any questions or anything that you wanted to, if you wanted to see in a different light, from a more helpful point of view for yourself and how you experience life, please do ask me, and I will see you next time. Remember, everything is always happening for you. Thank you, as always, for watching. My gratitude and all my love to all of you viewers and beautiful souls out there. Thank you. See you next time.